Natalie Thompson, non-diet accredited practicing dietitian here. Dietitian mum breaks school rules when it comes to food. Yep, that's me. Now, I'm not one to really break rules, but I did last year because it involved my son. And if you're a parent like me, you know that feeling of wanting to do whatever it takes to help your child be the best they can be. Anyway, so the incident happened to my son last year, and it took me almost a term to get the courage or get the plan of attack to know what to do in this situation. Because when it happened, so day 2 of prep, okay, first year of school, he was sent home with this card and it said, "We love your healthy lunch." And my food peace joy bubble popped in front of my face. I was in total shock. Like, this is almost the worst thing that could happen to a dietitian mum. No, not really. But yeah, you get the idea. Like, it's pretty bad when that happens to you. And I just felt really sorry for the teacher because, yeah, you don't mess with a dietitian mum. Okay, warning. Anyway, so I stewed on the situation for almost a term before taking any action because I thought I've got to be in my rational, calm, professional mind. I didn't want my emotions getting in the way. So while I was trying to collect myself, I obviously, consulted the important people in my life, and yeah, came to the decision that I needed to say something for my son and every other student in the whole entire world, or at least our school. I didn't know that my situation would get so much publicity, but I'm kind of glad it has, because it's such an important conversation to be had. So yes, I ended up writing a letter to the school principal, just detailing my concern for what had happened, because not only did they have a card system in my son's class, they also had a policy in the newsletter saying that children were to have healthy food at first lunch break and unhealthy food, I think they called it treat food, at second break. Now, again, that just rubbed me the wrong way and just fueled the fire, fueled my cause. So anyway, in this letter to the principal, which was very well received, I ended up talking to him on the phone about, my concerns. I just said, I sprinkled some research in there just to back up what I was saying, because, I was a mum, but I also am a dietitian, but I didn't want to get, those two roles confused with what was going on. Anyway, so I just highlighted the fact that judging food as healthy and treats is assigning morality to food, which is a typical dieting behaviour, leading people to feel a sense of fear, guilt and shame, particularly around weight, body size and body shape. And these feelings can result in individuals valuing themselves in response to what they have in their lunchbox and what they have eaten. So it's just a cascade of disordered eating, disordered behaviours and eating disorders in susceptible people. So this is why I do what I do every day, to avoid all this stuff. So when it came into my family, I had to do something, and I started with this letter. So my son felt actually really proud to get this letter, or this note, card, what do you want to call it, and because that's the sort of personality he is, but then I think that's most children anyway. And my concern too was that if he didn't get another card, that would just crush him. And I mean, this card system is rewarding or punishing parents through the child. So I mean, it's not the way to change behaviour of parents. Definitely not. So yeah, it had to go. So you can read the full letter on my website, delectabledietetics.wordpress.com. I won't bore you with the details, but in the letter I also ended with some practical strategies that the school could take on board straight away to improve the relationships of food and bodies in their school. And they involved ceasing the card system, which it was done. So I'm so thankful that has happened. It's a really good result. And they also ceased the guideline in the newsletter, only eat healthy food at first break and treat food at second break. So again, 2 wins there straight off the bat. I actually offered my services for free to the school, because that's, I'm really, really serious about this. And I actually said that I can help them to support children to eat intuitively, or reconnect to their internal body cues, because that's the way we should be eating. It's the way that we're all born eating, and the way that really is helpful and supportive for health. And the last recommendation, so I gave 4, so cease the card system, cease the newsletter policy, support the children to eat intuitively, and support children to appreciate and enjoy a wide variety of food without judgment. So those last 2 points, supporting children to eat intuitively and supporting children to appreciate and enjoy a wide variety of food without judgment, is a little bit more tricky for people to do living in this day and age, in this diet culture. So that's why I offered my support, because it's not easy to do. So I just thanked the school for supporting my child and the students of the school, but just wanted them to do better with my support. So I actually got a really good result, good feedback from the school with my letter. So that was a total win for me. It was unfortunate that there was a lot going on for the school last year. The principal ended up moving away from the school for 2 terms, and there was lots of other teacher changes. So nutrition just wasn't a priority when this happened. So I'm looking forward to connecting with this school in the future when the timing's right. Okay, so that's pretty much my story. Like I said, you can read the full blog article on my website, delectabledietetics.wordpress.com, and I'll be back in another video to talk about what teachers or schools can do to support families to pack nutritious lunch boxes, because I had a lot of comments from teachers who read this article going, well, what can we do? We're damned if we do, we're damned if we don't, blah, 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 blah. In the most blah, blah, blah nice way. But I thought I need to show them how there is another way to improve relationships with food and bodies. And how unhelpful they are, what they are doing. So stay tuned for that next video.